If you're in the market for a used car, it could be challenging to find one that's affordable. A new study shows that in 2019, almost half of all used cars cost less than $20,000. Today, that number is only 12%. But that trend may not stick around much longer. Team 12's Gabriela Becerra spoke with an analyst about what drove prices up and when we might see them come back down.
Used car prices skyrocketed throughout the pandemic, but analysts wanted to know by exactly how much. To find out, they compared car sales from the first 7 months of 2019 to the first 7 months of 2023.
The bad news is that they've gone up as much or more than we would have predicted.
In 2019, nearly half of used cars for sale were less than $20,000. Today, only 12.4% fall into that price point, according to the latest iSeeCars study.
It just feels like an awfully big compression in access to used vehicles.
The average price for a used car in Phoenix is $33,741, according to the website. Executive analyst Carl Brower tells me the COVID-19 pandemic's impact on the supply chain was a driving factor in the nearly 50% cost increase.
And it wasn't like, a couple weeks or a couple months. This was years that this was in the making, that you couldn't get enough new cars produced.
Up until last year, this trend benefited people selling their cars. Today, Brower says that's not so much the case.
We've come off the highs. So you can't get more money than you paid for your car, even though you've driven it and used it for years, like you could for, 21, 22.
Trends are starting to reverse. Brower says the supply chain is mostly fixed, but he predicts prices won't be too quick to fall.
It's like a dam that had water building up behind it for years. Even if you start to pull the lever to release the dam, it's going to take a long time, and a couple years again, get that water level back down.
His advice for those in the market to buy:
so even if you have to buy a car that isn't necessarily a great deal, it's going to be a better deal than it was a year ago.
Analysts encourage anyone in the market to buy a new or used car to do their research for the best deals before they go shopping. Reporting in Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabriela, thank you.